Hi guys, welcome to my channel. If you're new around here, don't bounce. This might just be the wake-up call you need. Picture this. She says something that stings, and you let it slide, thinking it's no big deal. But here's the kicker. Women don't always say what they mean, but they damn well mean what they say. Miss that, and you're walking into a mess you could have sidestepped. I'm not talking about petty spats over who forgot the groceries. These are the red flags, the kind that hit you like a brick and yell, "Get out before you're stuck." Too many guys shrug it off, telling themselves, "Maybe she didn't mean it," or "I'll change her tune." Nope, that's a fool's bet. When she drops these lines, it's a straight look into how she ticks, her take on love, and where you fit in her world. Modern dating's a beast, and the dumbest thing you can do is sink your time and soul into someone who doesn't respect you. I've seen it. Hell, I've lived it. Waking up years later, wondering why I didn't bolt sooner. That's why I'm here with this. 5 phrases that should stop you cold if they roll off her tongue. Her words? They're a road sign to how she'll treat you down the line. If she says them, she's showing her true colors. Your job is to see it clearly. This isn't about pointing fingers at women, though. It's about you keeping your guard up, staying sharp as a man. Stoicism's got my back on this. I can't control her head, but I can control mine. Too many of us have lingered in relationships that chewed us up, ignoring the gut punches early on. You don't want that. Nights lost, energy drained, asking why you didn't walk away. So here's my piece. Halves from the hard lessons I've learned, halves from watching brothers fall. I'm giving you the heads up. 5 tells that mean she's not worth the fight. Catch them, and you're not just saving time, you're saving yourself. Let's dive in. 1. We don't need to define this. Hey brothers, gather round. Let's chew on something real today. She leans in, smirks and says, "We don't need to define this, like it's no big deal." That's not just a breeze passing by, it's a storm warning you better not sleep on. Linger too long, and you're wading through a swamp of confusion, aggravation, and years you'll wish you could reclaim. The truth is, when a woman's serious about you, she's not tossing riddles. She's marking the trail ahead. She wants the picture clear. You're her man, her future, no guesswork. But if she's swatting away any us talk like it's a gnat, she's keeping you close without tying the knot. She's got the freedom to flirt and sip coffee with whoever, while you're parked on the sidelines, holding the bag. Some guys shrug. She's just taking it easy. No pressure. Nope. There's a mile between pacing slow and drifting in the fog forever. If you're half a year in and she still sidesteps, what are we? She's not pondering, she's scouting other horizons. Here's the raw part. You're stacking up trust, late-night chats, maybe a drawer at her place. She's lounging, untethered, ready to vanish when a shinier boat sails by. One morning, you're alone, staring at cold toast, while she's already laughing with some new dude across town. Think about it. Would you sign up for a job where the boss grins? No role, no pay, just show up. You'd kick the door down, getting out. Every man needs his spot carved in stone. Love's no different, fellas. She either stakes her claim or she's just renting you out. So when she floats that no labels bit, don't just sip your beer and nod. Hit the brakes. Tell her plainly, you're hunting a foundation, not a flimsy shack she can kick over any time. If she's got a spark for you, she'll draw the line and say it loud. You're hers. If she blinks and drifts, she was never building a home with you, just passing through. I've been down this road. A woman who's locked on you doesn't let you hang in the wind. She's not cool with another gal snagging you while she figures it out. If she's happy floating in whatever land, you're not her rock. You're a stepping stone she might skip. Here's where stoicism steps up. I can't bend her will, but I can damn well guard my own. Don't waste your grit on a shadow deal. Cut the line, stand tall, and chase a woman who digs in with you. Life's too short for half-baked games. Choose your battles. Keep your peace. 2. Take me as I am. Let's cut through the noise today. She tosses out, take me as I am, and it might sound like she's owning it, but hold up. It's often a slick dodge from owning up. What she's really whispering is, I'm set in stone, deal with it. And that's a red flag waving high. Stick around, and you're signing up for a one-sided grind. Frustration piling up, your voice drowned out. Real talk. A solid relationship isn't built on statues. It thrives when both of you bend and grow. Nobody's flawless, and that's fine, but digging in with, that's just me, screams, she's not here to budge. Imagine this. You're the guy who's always prompt, showing up sharp for her, but she rolls in late. 20 minutes, sometimes an hour. You muster the guts to say, hey, that stings. It feels like you don't respect my time. Her comeback. That's just how I am. I'm always late. Get used to it. Right there, she's tossing your feelings out the window. Instead of a nod or a tweak, she's telling you to swallow it whole. That's not confidence. That's emotional selfishness sneaking in. Now, picture bigger storms. She snaps over spilled coffee or clams up when you need to hash things out. If she's glued to, take me as I am, where does that leave you, brother? Always stretching, always twisting to fit her frame while she's parked, unbothered. A woman worth your salt doesn't lean on that line like a crutch. She'd say, I've got cracks, but I'll patch them up, same as you. That's the two-way street you deserve. Someone who meets you halfway, not a brick wall. I've seen it. Good men bending till they break, chasing a shadow that won't shift. Stoicism's my compass here. You can't chisel her into shape, but you can steer your own ship. If she's using take me as I am to shrug off accountability, pay attention to that tune. It's not about her quirks. It's about her flat-out refusing to care about what cuts you. Maybe she's late every time. Maybe she flares up over nothing. Doesn't matter. If she won't step up, you're stuck hauling the load solo. That's not a partnership. That's you playing doormat while she dances free. Don't waste your grit on someone who won't lift a finger back. There's a woman out there who'll value you, match your hustle, and build something real. So when she drops that line, don't just nod. Look hard at what's behind it. If it's a shield for disrespect or laziness, that's your cue to roll. Life's too short to lug dead weight. Cut loose and chase what's worth it. Fellas, if this hits the mark, smash that like button. It keeps us rolling strong. Hit subscribe and ring that bell so you don't miss the next video dropping wisdom like this. Drop a comment below. Ever had "take me as I am" thrown at you? How'd you handle it? Let's talk it out. 3. You're lucky to have me. Have you ever heard her say that and felt a brag come on or a trap snap shut? She flashes a grin with that line, and it might sound like she's got it together, but dig deeper. It's often entitlement lurking under the surface. What she's really hinting at is, I'm the catch here, so bow down and be grateful. Stay in that game, and you're stuck proving your worth while she sits pretty, unbothered. Real talk. A strong relationship isn't one person lording it over the other. It's mutual appreciation, plain and simple. Sure, confidence is a draw. You want a woman who knows her value, just like you should know yours. But there's a canyon between owning your worth and swinging it like a club to keep you small. If she's always nudging, you're lucky, but never tosses a "thanks for being you," that's a red flag flapping loud. A good partnership doesn't have one shining star and a sidekick scrambling to keep up. That's not love, that's imbalance, and it'll wear you thin. Picture this. You hit a rough patch. She forgets your birthday, you call it out, and she shrugs. You're lucky I'm even here. What happens when you've got needs or gripes? Chances are she'll brush them off, thinking she's already gifting you her golden presents. Why would she bend or compromise when she's convinced she's the queen holding court? That mindset spins a trap. You're left chasing her nod, bending over backwards to impress her. Maybe you're saying sorry when you're not wrong, or shoving your own peace aside just to keep her smiling. Here's the kicker. It'll never be enough. If she's perched up there as the prize, she'll keep raising the bar while barely lifting a finger. I've watched brothers twist themselves into knots, trying to please a shadow that won't shift an inch. A real woman doesn't need to trumpet. You're lucky. She proves it with how she treats you. She sees what you bring to the table and matches it with her own sweat and care. That's the two-way street that builds something lasting, not a one-lane ego trip. Stoicism's my anchor here. You can't force her to value you, but you can damn well guard your own ground. If she's strutting that lucky line to keep you low, pay attention. Don't let it slide. It's not about her swagger. It's her dodging the work while you're stuck hauling the load. Maybe she skips dates. Maybe she snaps at you. Doesn't matter the flavor. If she's not meeting you halfway, you're just a prop in her spotlight. That's not a bond. That's you playing servant while she calls the shots. Don't waste your grit on someone who thinks they're above you. There's a woman out there who'll see you as an equal, not a trophy she's graciously handed out. So when she hits you with that line, take a step back and ask, does she lift me up or just keep me down? If it's not mutual respect and effort, don't be afraid to walk away. Your time's too precious for imbalance. 4. All my exes were the problem. Have you ever heard her say, all my exes were the problem, and thought she had just been dealt a bad hand? Take a second to really think. It might sound like rotten luck, but it's usually a pattern spinning out loud. She's laying it out. Every guy she's dated was a mess, toxic, nuts, or childish, yet she's always the spotless saint. That's not chance. That's a trail of red flags. And if you're not sharp, you're next on her list of flops. Here's the truth. Relationships take two to tango, not one saint and a string of sinners. Sure, some dudes are train wrecks, same goes for some women, but if she's dodging any blame, that's a warning bell ringing. It's a sign she can't or won't look in the mirror and spot her own missteps. If she's blind to her past fumbles, what makes you think she'll step up differently with you? Let's be honest. Too many guys hear this and leap in, capes flapping, thinking, she just needs a solid man like me. Wrong, brother. You're not her knight. You're her next excuse waiting to happen. If her history's a graveyard of busted bonds, it's not always the men. It's her picks, her moves, her clashes. Step in as her savior, and you're setting yourself up to be the fall guy when the cracks show. Picture it. You're deep in, she forgets your plans again, you call it out, and she snaps, my exes were worse. What happens when you've got gripes or need her to bend a little? Chances are she'll shrug it off. After all, she's the victim, not the fixer. If every ex was a liar, a cheat, a disaster, what's the common denominator tying it all together? Her. Either she's got a nose for picking duds, or she's stirring the pot and won't own it. A woman who can't see her stumbles isn't learning, and if she's not learning, she's not growing. That's the type who'll spin the same tale about you one day. Another problem X in her book. What you need is a woman who owns her past, who can say, I've tripped up too, but I've picked up lessons. That's the maturity you want. Someone who gets that nobody's perfect, not her, not you. A gal who never grabs the reins of responsibility won't own up when she bruises you either. Stoicism's my guide here. You can't rewrite her story, but you can write your own ending. Walk away while you still can. If she's pinning every breakup on the other side, be smart enough to see the storm brewing. You don't need to be her next scapegoat, another name scratched on her blame list. There's a woman out there who'll meet you with real respect, not a tally of exes she's survived. So when she drops that line, don't just nod, spot the pattern and guard your ground. Fellas, if this cuts deep, smash that like button. Let's keep this fire alive. Hit subscribe and ring that bell. Don't miss these raw lessons dropping next. Now, drop a comment and stand tall. Heard, all my exes were trash, and carved your own path out. Tell me how you owned your strength, brothers. I want to see that stoic steel shine. 5. If you loved me, you would. Is it lovely when she says, if you loved me, you would? Keep an eye out for a power play that could catch you off guard. That line's a loaded gun. She's not begging for love. She's aiming to rope you in tight. What she's really saying is, prove it my way, or you're the one who doesn't care. Fall for it, and you're caught in her test trap, guilt-tripping you into bowing down. Real talk. A good relationship isn't a proving ground. It's built on mutual respect, trust, and grit. Sure, it's fine to want stuff from your partner. Needs and feelings matter on both sides. But when she ties your love to jumping her hoops, that's where the emotional manipulation kicks in. She's flipping love into a bargaining tool, not a bond of understanding or care. Here's the snag. Give in once, and she'll keep pulling that string. Start small. If you love me, you'd skip your boys' night. But it snowballs fast. Next it's, if you loved me, ditch your girl pals, or buy me that thing I want. Before you know it, you're spinning a guilt wheel, bending over backwards to dodge her blame. And the worst, it's never enough. No matter how hard you stretch, there's always another demand. Push back, and she spins it. You're the cold one, the guy who's not trying, the bad guy. That's emotional control, pure and slick, twisting your heart till you don't know up from down. Too many men miss this. They cave, thinking it's proof of devotion, but real love doesn't need a leash. A woman who's in it for real doesn't dangle tests over your head every time she's got a whim. She respects your calls, your lines, and your right to say no without a guilt bomb dropping. I've seen brothers crumble chasing her "if you loved me" maze, losing themselves to keep her calm. Stoicism's my rock here. You can't bend her game, but you can hold your own frame. Don't play along. When she drops that line, stop and think. Is this a need or a chain she's forging? If love's a tool to guilt you into compliance, you're not in a partnership, you're in her cage. Don't let that heavy cloud of shame shove you into ditching your spine just to prove something. Real love's about mutual care and hustle, not ultimatums or one-sided scores. A woman who can't roll with that doesn't deserve your fight. Walk away, head high. There's someone out there who'll meet you square, not yank you around with "if you loved me" chains. So when you hear it, don't just nod. See it for the trap it is, and guard your steel. Fellas, if this hits hard, smash that like button. Keep this straight talk blazing. Hit subscribe and ring that bell. Don't miss the next dose of truth coming your way. Now, drop a comment and own your ground. Ever faced "if you loved me" and broke free? Show me your stoic spirit, brothers. I'm calling you to stand tall and roar it out. When the dust settles, the real slip-up men make is turning a blind eye to the signs, betting they can reshape a woman who's dead set on staying stuck. Too many guys tumble into the pit, brushing off rotten moves, spinning excuses, hoping a flood of love will flip her script. Let me hit you with this. A woman who doesn't respect you won't ever love you deeply. And if you don't respect yourself enough to bolt, you're just paving her way to drain you dry. I'd wager some of you have been tangled in this mess before, caught with a gal who wouldn't pin down what you are, acted like her presence was a gift, or slung guilt to pull your strings. Maybe she dodged the us talk, dangled "you're lucky" over your head, or twisted "if you loved me" to get her way. Sound familiar? Then you know it's a grind that chews you up while she coasts. Real love doesn't wear a leash, play head games, or deal in guilt trips. It's straight-up mutual care, no strings attached. Stoicism's my backbone here. You can't rewrite her rules, but you can shred hers and stride out. Don't linger in that muck. The minute those red flags flare, her dodging, guilting, or dismissing, don't bicker, don't bargain, just cut loose. Every second you hang on is a second stolen from a woman who'll match your steel, not sap it. Out there's a gal who'll stand with you, not over you. Kick that door open by slamming this one shut. You've got the reins, brothers. Don't let her fog trick you into losing your grip. Fellas, if this sparks a nerve, smash that like button. Keep this raw truth rolling strong. Hit subscribe and ring that bell. Don't miss the next relationship videos. Now, drop a comment and flex your stoic spirit. Ever dodged a woman's game and owned your exit? Stand tall. Tell me how you held your ground. I'm here for it. Catch you in the next video, brothers.